Uh, you know, one of the more exciting things about the NCAA tournament is how you know, you get to play teams that you don't see during the year. You know, much less, you know, you don't play them, so you don't see them either. And it's exciting to watch. You know, I hadn't seen Towson live until yesterday, or even on film until the day before. Same with Buffalo, you know, except only difference is I saw him play last year, and I saw him play South Carolina, and they very easily could have won that game. So I don't think they're coming in here feeling anything other than confident about the game, and they certainly have a terrific team, and Sierra Dillard is one of the better guards in the country. It makes a lot of things possible for them. And, you know, Felicia does a terrific job and always has done a terrific job everywhere she's been. So, you know, nothing's supposed to be easy, and I don't think tomorrow's supposed to be easy either.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. We'll start right over here, Coach, to the left.
Hey, Coach. Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. First, happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard the comments or saw Felicia's comments yesterday, but what do you think about the coach of an opponent saying that she's such a big fan of yours? She went to one of your restaurants and ordered food. She wasn't even hungry.
Well, it just goes to prove that she's one of the more intelligent coaches in the country. She has good taste. She has great judgment, impeccable judgment. I've had a great relationship with Felicia, I don't know, 35, 40 years now, it seems like, since she was a high school kid, when I tried to get her to come to the University of Virginia. And obviously followed her career at Syracuse and her coaching career after that. And I really admire her and her relationship with her players and how she manages her team during the game, you know, and she's just got a nice way about her. She's got a great personality, and I'm really flattered by the things that she said, you know, about our team, about me personally, and yeah, I think it's really unusual to have other coaches say things about me that you can repeat in public.
Coach in front right here.
Geno, one of the jobs that she has is to try to get kids to go to Buffalo in the winter, which can't be easy. And I was wondering if you have ever had an issue with stores being, you know, something hard for you to you know, to convince a recruit, hey, come here.
Yeah, well, they must be doing something right up there because the men's basketball team is still playing, and they're damn good, and the football team was really good. So they must be doing something good at that school, which just goes to show you, I think, it's not about the location of a place. It's not about the environment, the people, the weather, you know, everything that schools that have all that try to use against schools that don't. It's about the people. It's about who's recruiting you, and it's about what kind of experience you want to have and the kind of people you want to have that experience with. Yeah, I remember people in the beginning talking about, you know, you want to go to stores, what's up there in stores, you know, and there's nothing to do up there. And that never seemed to affect the kids that we wanted, you know. I never had a kid say to me, I'm not coming there because of the weather or because it's in the middle of nowhere. I've never had a kid say that to me. And they may have said, look, it just doesn't work for me, or I really want to go. But they've never said that, you know. And we've gotten the best players from California every year, it seems like, and Dallas and Atlanta and, you know, and Florida. So I think it's more the people involved. I remember recruiting a kid. I won't say her name. I was recruiting a kid from Florida, and I asked her, you know, about, you know, where she wanted to go to school, and, you know, she named me a school or two, and I go, well, what about, you know, if you thought about coming up this way ever, you know? She goes, nah, you know, I'm kind of a warm weather person, and, you know, I grew up in the South, lived in the South all my life, and I kind of like that. So what are your schools? She said, you know, Florida, Florida State, LSU, Clemson, Syracuse. I said, well, maybe you wouldn't fit in up here. You're right.
In the back here.
That was one of my better ones. I loved it.
Coach, what do you remember about Felicia when you were recruiting her way back when?
She was the same as a player as she is now. High energy, you know, really active, you know, really skilled, and just played really hard, really competitive kid. And it's funny because then we played against him when she was at Syracuse, when she played for Barb Jacobs. But she hasn't changed much. I mean, that's the personality that she had as a player, and that's, you know, that's how she is today. And she was really, really highly recruited coming out of high school. And, you know, I never did get the opportunity to coach her, but, you know, I stayed in touch with her, and I just really like her as a person. I really do.
Over here, Coach.
Geno, historically, some of your best quotes have been about the freshmen and not playing defense and just different things. Felicia has 7 of them. I was wondering what would you do if you had 7 of them at the same time?
Freshman? I did. 1 year, the first year we went to the NCAA tournament, we had 7 freshmen, believe it or not. So coaching freshmen isn't bad if they're the right ones, and if you really hate the upperclassmen or the right guys graduated. You know, so freshmen are not bad. Today, in my state of mind, at my age, coaching, that would be like if my daughter said, listen, you're in charge of my grandkids for the next 3 months. I mean, as much as I love them, I don't think I'd want to do that. You know, you come to expect certain things, I think, as you get older, and I think sometimes you don't have as much patience. So, you know, I like to make fun of the freshmen because they have to be told everything every day, and then tomorrow too, and then the next day, and the same things. But if you've got the right ones, they're a lot of fun. Like, you know, Kristen and Olivia are a lot of fun to coach. I don't know that I want 5 more of them right now, but then again, I haven't checked Buffalo's roster 1 through 12. I don't know how many of those 7 play crucial roles on the team. But she has the fact that they're going to be sophomores to look forward to. You know?
Time for a couple more. Yep, over here on the left. And then we'll take one more if
Geno,
there's after.
what does make Sierra such an efficient scorer, and you know what matches?
You know, she reminds me of a little bit. She reminds me a little bit of like Chelsea Gray. You know, like she's got like a little bit of an older game to her. You know, she knows how to use her body really well. She's kind of, you know, subtle in some of the things. She sees the floor. She gets rid of the ball at the right time, gets it to the right people. She can make shots, you know, and get other people's shots. She just has a good way about her. She has complete control of what's going on the court, you know. She's not one of these kids that's completely out of control and just trying to get hers, you know. She's probably perfect for that team.
Okay, last one in the front row.
Geno, how much do you correlate your birthday with the NCAA tournament? You went to your first Final Four on your birthday. The loss you describe as the worst of your career was on your birthday.
Which one was that? I had a bunch of them.
North Carolina State.
Oh, that was the worst?
You
That
were-
day. That day it was the worst. There's been others. That was worse than the Tennessee game in Iowa City?
Yeah.
It was? All right, well,
At least that team was.
that was the worst that day. Tomorrow might take its place.
Well, tomorrow's not your birthday.
Well,
By the way, the 98 game is the only game you've lost on your birthday.
98?
Yeah.
Okay. We usually don't play on this day, which is good. It gives me a chance to, just kind of enjoy it. But I remember the only story I can relate as far as March 23rd is concerned is that back before we ever made the regionals, the NCAA used to put out these really cool posters, and sometime in November or December they would come out, and they would be publicizing where the regionals were and where the Final Four was. So I remember I got one of those posters in the mail or something, and I opened it up, and it had Final Four New Orleans, and then it had the regionals, March 23rd and 25th. Because this is back in the day when all the regionals were the same 2 days, So all the semis were on the first day, and all the finals were on the next 2 days later. So I remember looking at that poster, and I told our coaching staff, I said, that day, March 23rd, we're going to be playing in Philadelphia at the regionals. It's perfect. We're going to be at the Palestra, March 23rd, first regional to go to the Final Four. And we did. I remember how old I was then. I have no idea. But I do remember that particular incident, and that's one good memory. All the other ones, I really don't have any recollection of any of them. They've all been a blur since then. None of them feel any good.
Oh,